Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Carla Fitz. I'm a certified life coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful little girls and a handsome little boy. My hope for this podcast is to support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling and aligned life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode. I am still in my office, have not left yet, and I am asking all of you for prayers for safe travels. There's lots going on traveling wise, which is quite scary. For safe travels for our family, which I really, really do appreciate. This week, I wanted to come on because I think it's important for us. Like I mentioned in the last week's episode, there is a part of the excitement and the joy and the alignment and the feeling of just awe that I have right now for our dream coming true. There is so much excitement and joy and gratitude. There's a lot of sadness and a lot of fears and doubts and overthinking, right? I am very human. I always say this, I will always say this. But this past week, especially, has been a trial because I think when we step into faith, a lot of good things are happening for us. God is definitely providing for our family in ways that I could have never imagined. He is definitely confirming that we made the right choice and, of course, trusting Him. But I haven't shared with you guys how the whole calling came about because this is not like I shared watching this family that was traveling and it didn't come just like it was coming little by little. We had that placed in our hearts here and there. There was a morning in which I had an actual calling. And that morning was forever marked in my heart as one of the pivot mornings of my life. And I wanted to share this with you because I don't think I shared it in the last episode. And if I did, I'm so sorry. My brain is very, very tired. um, but I wanted to do this episode because I really want to share with you the importance of sticking to the plan when things get difficult, to sticking to trusting God, even when it seems like it's going wrong, how important it is to put it at His feet and keep going. I fully believe that when you are on track, when you are doing something for Him, when you are doing something that He asked you to do, the devil is going to try so hard to derail you and to help to make you doubt. He's going to try really hard to turn around and not go, in my case. But before I tell you what's been happening this past week, I actually want to go back to that morning. I believe it was 2021, where I was standing in the kitchen, I was getting some food ready, and I remember feeling this like insane need to cook a lot of food. So I ended up cooking, I don't know how many pounds of meat and lots of pasta, and we made cookies and all the things. And then I remember questioning, why am I even cooking this much food when there is only four of us? And at the time, I was fasting a lot. And I remember, like, we're not going to eat all of this. And I wasn't even eating pasta. And so it's like, why am I doing this? And then I remember what popped in my mind was this food is not just for you. And my heart sunk. I was like, oh, okay. It's not just for me. And then I felt called to put together, I believe it was 6 containers of food. And I was like, hey, girls, do you guys want to take some food to the homeless people around our area in our town? And at the time, it was like almost winter time. I think it was like late October or something like that. And I remember telling the girls, and the girls like, yes, mommy. So they helped me put the cookies together, the pasta, the meat, all of the things. And they got together and put it all together with me, which was super special. But as I was wrapping up the cooking, another thought popped in my head. And it was so clear and it was so strong that I had no doubt that it wasn't me because the moment I heard it in my mind, I felt it in my heart, I started sobbing. I also knew it wasn't me because I don't think I could come up with that idea at the moment. We had just bought our house about a year ago from that time. And what popped in my head was, I need you to leave everything you know to go to the places I need you to go and meet the people I need you to meet. Again, if I've shared this before, well, it's not news, but I'm still sharing it because it was a pivotal moment in my life. I could not get those words out of my heart. I tried to like distract myself and like, no, it wasn't God. It's just my head. That's just what you want. You don't actually need to do this. But he was very persistent in that we needed to go. The desire kept growing, but I wasn't too sure. And so by 2023, we took the kids to Italy, and I was like, we love this. We were so much more connected as a family. And we already are very connected as a family, but traveling and being in like very Catholic places was just such a gift to our family. But I remember that moment, like I mentioned, sobbing, losing it. Like I was sobbing. And I remember turning around and looking to my beautiful fireplace with my gorgeous big cross on top of it because that was my dream. I had been asking God to give us this beautiful home to grow our family in that had this gorgeous fireplace in the middle of the home. I wanted it to be real wood. I wanted it to be a statement that when you walked in, you saw that fireplace and he would be right on top of it. And he was. And he gave me that fireplace. He gave us all that beautiful fireplace that you guys have no idea how much we use. We love it because it's real wood. The house smells like wood, and we absolutely love the smell. It's one of my favorite smells from when I was growing up because we would go to the mountains together yearly as a family, and my dad would always rent these little cabins with a little tiny fireplace, and it always smelled like wood, and I wanted to have that in my home. This moment I want to utilize to share with you. You need to dream. Allow yourself to envision this possibility. You have no idea how God is going to bring it in your life, but He always over delivers. When I'm sitting in this beautiful home, standing, actually, I wasn't sitting in the kitchen looking at the fireplace. And I wanted to tell you why the fireplace was important because in that moment, that's where my heart went. You want me to leave this after you just gave it to me? And I was like, what? That was part of the reason why I knew it wasn't me because I didn't want to leave. I'm like, leave my home? Are you kidding me? But it wasn't just a home. He was asking us to leave what we knew, our family, our friends, our surroundings, our neighbors, our way of living, our routine, everything. And now I'm starting to understand that ask. When we set out to do this particular trip, we were starting, like I mentioned in the last episode, we were going to do a vacation with my mom and dad and then stay behind in Paris to start this journey of world schooling, right? Like staying in Europe for longer periods of time. In this past week, we found out that my mom and dad cannot go with us. And it was devastating. My mom and dad are very dear to our family. We are insanely close. When I left them when I was 16 and I left them for many years, so having them back in my life was such a blessing and it was an answer to my prayers. So finding out that they were not coming with us to the trip, they're okay for the record. They are totally fine, but they just unfortunately cannot travel with us. So we had to go and rebook everything, return everything, reschedule everything, pick new Airbnbs all within one day so that we had enough time to cancel and rebook. And I was heartbroken. So were my kids, so was my husband. And so were my mom and dad, of course, because they were really looking forward to spending some time together as a family, traveling before we stayed behind and we're traveling by ourselves. For a split second, I thought maybe we shouldn't go. And then I remember what I said at the beginning of this episode. When you are in a journey in which you are following God, in which you are trusting Him, when you're learning to surrender, when you're growing, in a journey in which you are going to grow, a journey that will expand you and that will get you closer to Him, that might cause you to serve people that you are not otherwise be able to serve, the devil doesn't like it. He will put thoughts, doubts, fears, reasons why you should not go. And what I'm here to tell you is that you should press on. When we found out my mom and dad were not going, although heartbreaking, we knew we had to go. So we surrendered it. I sat in my office looking at my crucifix and said, God, if your will is for them to be safe and come back safe and they're going to be just fine, awesome, let's go. But if there's a chance that it's just not a good idea, please let them stay. And I am glad they chose to stay. And I am trusting that there's a reason why God decided to ask them to stay. There's a reason why they need to be here. And I don't know what that reason is yet, but in time, I will understand. We need to trust His provision in the good and in the hard, in the joyful and the sad, devastating moments. This is, of course, not a devastating moment, but it is really sad. And this was the moment that I realized that when He asked me to leave everything I knew and go meet the people He needed me to meet and go to the places He needed me to go, us to go as a family, my mom and dad were part of that ask. I needed to learn to detach from them. I needed to learn to let go and trust Him. I needed to learn to step up and step into this new version of myself from day one. It is not fun. I am beyond sad that they are not coming with us, but I trust that there's a reason why God decided not to take them. And I ask for your prayers. We are in so much need of prayers for so many reasons around the world. But specifically for us, I hope that you pray for us to have safe travels, to get to our destination safely. And I want to invite you to follow our journey at the Catholic Life Coach in Instagram. I will be posting stories and pictures as we go along and as we see things, especially because everything that we are visiting has to do with Him. And I pray that He blesses each step of the way. And I cannot wait to share the next steps with you guys. Right. Until next time, God bless. Keep going. Keep trusting. Keep surrendering. And know that even when things get hard, God is with you. Thank you so much for listening. If you are ready to dive deeper into creating an aligned life with God at the center of it all, I want to invite you to a one-on-one consultation call with me. This is your chance to explore what is possible for you and to take the next step towards living with more clarity, peace, and joy. Sign up today. The link is in the description. I also want to invite you to leave a review if you have been enjoying these episodes, and make sure to share it with a friend. That way God can reach more and more amazing Catholic women. All right, until next time, God bless.